Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hi, everybody. Hello there. My little allergy. You look great. You look great. Hi, everybody. Friday. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Friday. The holiday weekend is here. Full house. It is a party today. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun show today. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Let's get started. This is going to be, See, this... Have a seat. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get started. This is a Friday. This is a party. I can't hear. This is what. Thank you, everybody. Now this is a Friday. Now this is the Friday. Yeah. Give just as much love to my dear friend. Hello, Kendall. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I feel great.
I know. How can you not? These people are wonderful. Like,
right?
I love this audience today. Yeah.
Yes.
Again, even though you're dealing with allergies, like a lot of folks, we're getting emails. People really are connecting with you with this one. But
they feel me.
Again, I'll give you the same compliment I've given you all week to try to make you feel better, but I'm not just saying it to make you feel better. You look beautiful.
Thank
You're beautiful, yeah.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
I've developed this new thing where my nostrils itch all the time and like my throat does. So I constantly look like I'm picking my nose or like hawking a loogie.
But she's not. But just to be clear, she's not.
I'm not.
But can I tell you now, I tell you guys, we are a full disclosure show. I have no problem, almost to my detriment, breaking the wall, telling you everything. Something happened yesterday that I don't even know if Aaron Schwab knows what's going on. So in the middle, if you watch yesterday's show, you will know that I was sitting on the couch and I got this text message from Kendall. Now I'm thinking, why is Kendall text messaging me? She's on the show. I mean, she's on. And I look at my phone, and what did the message say, Kendall?
Said I'm not coming back out just because I have a hole in the butt of my dress.
Yes! So Kendall, so I read this and I'm getting ready to do an interview about sandwiches or something, and I look at this and I'm like, I have a hole in the butt of my dress. And I'm trying to keep it together. So then Kendall is in the back. She spends the next 2 segments getting pinned together. So she comes back out. So Leo, can you take the jib? So Kendall comes back out to the set. She comes, and she's walking like
I was like, hi everyone.
She's walking like Mrs. Wiggins from the Carol Burnett, like this. So come here. So it's back here that she had
Underneath the zipper, women know where you get that hole.
Yeah. So Kendall's on the couch. We had high school students in the audience. We had just hormonal teenagers in the audience. So I said, Kendall, let me escort you off the set. So this is me walking Kendall like this. I walked her right off the set like that. Oh God, it was crazy.
It was so bad. I think so the best part of all of it, so our guests told me, they were so nice, I'm socially handcrafted, they're like, just so you know. And I'm like,
you have a hole.
Yeah. So I'm panicking. I don't have a pin. I don't have anything to do with this. Like, what am I going to do? That's when I text you. We had the guests on the Buzz a few weeks ago. They had the llama on from the zoo, and they gave us llama pins. So this llama pin.
You had a llama pin by your butt?
My butt, yes. The llama's head was like getting a full moon all day. And like,
that's my Kendall. She's classy, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, hey, we got to get to the hot dish. By the way, we're off on Memorial Day, but Tuesday through Friday, we want you to come see us. Just like these folks, we have great shows next week. Get your tickets right now. You're in by 9:30, you're out by 11:15. Go to our Facebook page and hit the ticket tab. But let's focus on today's show. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. So the The live-action remake of Aladdin hits theaters today. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And last night on James Corden and the cast, this is so good. The cast, including Will Smith, took part in another crosswalk musical. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. You are all excited, and rightly so. We have quite the day ahead of us. I don't think I need to tell you the name of the musical that we will be performing.
Oh my God, Avatar.
No, it's not Avatar. No, it isn't Avatar. It's Prince Ali, fabulous king, mighty Ababa. Show some respect, boys, and inflect down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Friday salam. Then come and eat a spectacular kosher. Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali Ababa. Strongest and regular men, definitely. We fix the galloping horse, 100 bad guys with swords, who sent those goals to their love like Prince Ali. Go! Go!
That's so good! Oh, God! I could literally watch that all day long! That's so good! Oh, I love James Corden is so good. He's so good. I wish we had a $13 million budget. That would be, you know what I mean? We would go down across Hennepin. We would come to 50th in France. I would sing. You know what I mean? Oh, the executive producer goes, no. We don't want you singing. We don't want you singing. Kendall can sing. Yeah,
Aaron and I will
yeah.
sing, and Jason will just.
I'll dance. I'll be a rockette. Next on the dish, Harrison Ford was on another late night show last night. Actually, he was on Jimmy Fallon, and the interview took a somber tone when Jimmy asked him about the late Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca. And notice the facial hair. Look at this.
You've known him for probably 30 years, I guess?
Yeah.
What was he like?
He was a really sweet man, nice man. And he had a hard time physically. It was really hard for him to do what he did for us, what he did for all of us. And he did it with real dignity and class. He was a really neat guy. Miss him.
That's nice. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. You don't really see that side of Harrison very much. You know, he just doesn't. And that was really nice to see. Hey, and I can speak to that because Peter Mayhew was in our building. This had to be about 8-9 years ago. And my buddy Keith Marler and I from the Fox 9 Morning News interviewed him. And he was, all the words that you hear described to Peter were on display in our building because I always use this as a barometer. He took pictures with everybody. His publicist wanted him to leave. And I love when stars do this. He looked at the publicist and said, no, I'm not leaving. There's people waiting. So he took pictures with everybody. And he was very kind. And like Harrison said, you could see him wince every so often when he was just a nice guy. Peter was 7'3" and had knee problems much of his life. Yeah, 7'3". He was 74 when he died last night. Harrison Ford, by the way, is out promoting his new movie, The Gorton's Fisherman, or I don't know. That's what he looks like. Yeah, the new movie, The Secret Life of.
That was quick. Gordon's that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even in the teleprompter.
No,
that was good. Yeah,
that was good.
As my idol, Letterman says, they don't give these shows to monkeys. That's right, yeah. His new movie is actually called The Secret Life of Pets 2, and it hits theaters on June 7th. Let's move on. Next on the hot dish, the new teaser trailer. Oh, I always try to do something because I'm a nerd. Kendall's a nerd. We try to do something for my nerds out there every so often. This one's for you. This bud's for you. The new teaser trailer for the new Star Trek show called Picard. Everybody, whether you're a Trekkie or not, everybody knows Jean-Luc Picard, the great Patrick Stewart. Look at this. Here's the trailer.
15 years ago, today, you led us out of the darkness. You commanded the greatest rescue armada in history. Then, the unimaginable. What did that cost you? Your faith? Your faith in us? Your faith in yourself? Tell us, why did you leave Starfleet, Admiral?
I think it looks so good. It's called Picard. Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Jean-Luc Picard. The show will stream exclusively on CBS All Access. We don't know an exact release date. I love this character. I think if you polled Trekkies or Trekkers, their favorite captain is usually Jean-Luc. People love this character, and it takes place years after he leaves the Starfleet. And it's kind of like, it's not, I don't think it's going to be so spacey. I think it's going to be more like based in his real life. I mean, well, there's a vineyard for the love of Pete. So, I mean, yeah. Jean-Luc's making wine.
I was really confused when I started playing that to watch it before the show. I was like, am I watching the right trailer?
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, it's just CBS All Access. I'm telling you, we're going to go to commercial. It's worth that. I mean, they have the Twilight Zone, The Good Fight. I love that. Star Trek Discovery. Now this, it's a good streaming service. Speaking of wine, just wait. We have a lot more. Stay right there, everybody. You'll see. Coming up, meat, glorious meat. What you cooking for your Memorial Day barbecue? Probably meat, unless you're a vegetarian. But where's the best place to get a steak, a burger, what have you? Foodie Queen Stephanie Hansen has the answer. Then Kendall and I are off on another adventure, and this time we're going to a local award-winning winery where the vino is delightful and the practical jokes are plentiful. And what more do you need on a Friday show?
Chloe Piper looks great.
The running of the Bulldogs. That's right. Stay right there because the Jason Show will be right back.
Well, I don't need to tell you that the final Game of Thrones aired on Sunday night, but there is one last chapter yet to be written. Here it is, the final Game of Jones.
Okay, this is you coming back from Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the way to Vegas, you like, yeah. On the way back from Vegas, you like, oh, I'm gonna have to borrow $15.
I think I maybe lost all the skin on my back.
Car? Look, he about to burn out of John. Man, I would be all bricks. There would be 3 bricks right in front of me. Why you kill my mama? This throne.
I love her. I love Les. Okay, Kendall, you can put your earpiece back in. It's fine. Kendall,
I'm looking at you. I'm
Kendall
not even
still hasn't watched the finale. I know. I gotta tell you, I'm sorry. I think we've given folks a week. What is it now?
I know.
2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks.
It's
1 week.
Not
okay.
It was on Sunday.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Whoa. Sorry.
And it's not my fault.
Sorry, Llama Pin. I didn't know. I was.
That llama pin is seen.
I was going to say. Leslie Jones on Seth Meyers last night watching the Game of Thrones finale. More hot dish for you. The website that helps you decide if a movie is any good is making some changes they should have made a long time ago. Rotten Tomatoes is making a push to verify, imagine this, verify that reviewers that review a movie actually saw the movie. They're called... What took you so long? They're adding a feature called Verified Ratings and Reviews, and only those who bought a ticket to the movie will be allowed to review the film. Now, at first, only Fandango users will be eligible to participate. AMC, Regal, and Cinemark theaters will join on later this year. Rotten Tomatoes has had a problem with trolls driving down a movie's ratings, like they did that with Last Jedi, without watching the movie. So if they hate a movie, they hate a director, what they'll do is they'll go online and be like, this movie's horrible, and they didn't even buy a ticket. Captain Marvel got bad reviews long before the movie was released. Why? Because they were sexist trolls who didn't like a female superhero. Yeah.
Girl proved them wrong.
I ain't beating around the bush. Hashtag sexist trolls. That's what they are, yeah. Anyway. Do you ever go on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't rely on other people. I just, you know.
Yeah, we're independent thinkers. I don't know. No, I don't go on Rotten Tomatoes.
Were you bitten by that llama? What's it? Yeah. Whatever. Next in the dish. Oh.
You ready for some Spitfire?
I got permission to give you some tea on this one. Okay, so Dionne Warwick doing some damage control after she said Beyonce is not an icon. Now, Dionne is backtracking a little bit, saying she meant it takes a long time to achieve iconic status, which I have to say, I had this debate on the radio show. I actually think she's right. I think it takes time. You're not just instantly an icon. I'm just saying. But Beyonce has been around for 20-some years, so I'm just saying. Now, that's not to say Beyonce isn't well on her way, Dionne writes. She is a gifted performer, Dionne said. Well, she is being attacked by the Beehive. And again, do you not agree, Kendall? You don't?
Full-fledged member of the Beehive.
Okay, so you think Beyonce is an icon?
She's been around for almost 30 years, and she's Beyonce. She has one name.
Okay, I know. I agree with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing, and
There's no advocating this.
Okay, I know, because we were debating like, okay, then who is iconic? We named off names. Mariah Carey. Would you say she's an icon? What?
I would say
Mariah Carey is
she made some bad movies, and that kind of just like
because of glitter. You're not going to call her an icon?
Hate is gonna hate.
Mariah Carey has been around longer than Beyonce.
It's true. But
I
she's
didn't
got
think this was
two names.
Oprah Winfrey has two names.
Oprah, Whitney, Madonna, Nat. Hello. Dionne is not Dionne.
People just call her Mariah.
No.
What?
I mean, hey.
You
I
do not
love her.
Seriously.
I'm just saying.
Kill the
Beyonce
commercial break.
And
We can't go to
Mariah
commercial.
Are not the same.
Wait, kill the commercial break. Is this for TV? Are you serious that Mariah Carey is not an icon?
Hold please. I think Mariah. Oh, no, what are you gonna do to me? I love Mariah Carey. I lament.
Still ahead, Jimmy Kimmel talks about ABC's big live production hit. And later, Kendall and I head to a winery where they pull a big old prank on me. And I mean, this wasn't for TV. I fell for it hard when we come back. Back after this. Singing the theme from the Jeffersons from Wednesday nights live in front of this end. I don't even want to interrupt it. From Jimmy Kimmel's special live in front of a studio audience, people are still talking about her live performance, and they're still talking about the show. Well, welcome back. By the way, Kendall no longer works here. You heard me rave yesterday.
I get a mug, though.
Really quick, we got to move on because I don't want to cheat the story. The audience can back me up. Everybody in the studio debated the entire commercial break about whether Mariah is an icon. Anyway, yesterday you heard me rave about the live broadcast of two Norman Lear classic sitcoms, All in the Family and The Jeffersons. The shows, I'm so happy to hear this, brought in huge ratings for ABC. 10.5 million viewers. Host and creator Jimmy Kimmel gave some behind-the-scenes dish on his show last night.
We had to lower the temperature in the studio for the show because Jamie Foxx was in this George Jefferson bald cap thing. And it was hot, and during rehearsal, he was sweating so much, it looked like it was Aquaman, not George Jefferson. It looked like he needed a dry cleaner, so...
Kimmel said he worked on the project for more than a year. The success of this led us to start thinking. Another debate, not that we needed another one in our studio today, led us to start thinking, what other classic shows should they do a live production of? Because there's, as my producer says, there are no new ideas in TV. Right now, I'm not joking, every network is in a meeting right now thinking of a show that they can pull from their library to do live. They're going to do it for musicals, why not this? So we put together 3 that we think, this isn't a joke, we have 3 that we think, especially my people here, will love. First, the Golden Girls. Think about it. Think about who we could cast as the new Golden Girls. I mean, there's there's so many. We can get Shirley MacLaine. We could get Meryl Streep up in her. I'm telling you, this is because it all takes place in one set, so it would be easy to do. And here's the thing I thought about. Just like the scripts from All in the Family from 1973, the scripts from the Golden Girls from 1985 are just as funny today as they were back then. Yeah. Next. Another one, just because of the casting possibilities, The Facts of Life. This would be hysterical. Like, who would be Blair? Who could be Tootie? Mrs. Garrett. Who would they get to be Mrs. Garrett? This would be, Blair, look at her. She had the best feathered hair of the 80s. She was so good. Oh, where's Joe? Oh, this is pre-Joe, isn't it? No, there's Nat. I always felt like Nat and I would be friends. There's Joe! Yeah, anyway, this could be another one. Now, this one, do you have any idea what The Facts of Life?
Yes, I watched it.
Okay, you did? Okay, I was just making sure.
Yep.
Now, this one, I don't know if you'll have a clue about, but this audience will be with me. I did a curveball here. You're not going to expect this one. Alice. Alice. Here's why. Takes place on one set, Mel's Diner. Could you imagine? I'm trying to think of who could play Flo. Who? Kiss my grits! Melissa Peterman, our good friend Melissa Peterman would make a great Flo. But anyway, this could be so good. Linda Lavin is still with us and looks phenomenal. She could do a cameo, just like Marla Gibbs did in the Jeffersons. Those are 3. Do you know anything about Alice? Yeah. It's based on a movie. And then with Diane Ladd, and then it ran for I think 10 years on CBS. It was one of the shows that I watched with my grandma. She loved Love Boat, Alice, Dallas, and the Carol Burnett show. So anyway, right there, Grandma. Still ahead. It's grilling season time. The audience knows what that means in a little bit. It's grilling season time, but where should you get all that meat? Our foodie queen, the queen of meat, Stephanie Hansen, is here with the answer right after this. The weekend. Oh, we came up with a good blanch, by the way, for the Golden Girls. Thanks, audience. Goldie Hawn. Yeah. The weekend is almost here, and it's time to start thinking about what you're going to grill and where you're going to get that meat from. Here with her picks is the co-host of the Weekly Dish on My Talk 107.1 and my good friend, foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen.
It's Eyeglass Friday because Kendall had her glasses on, but I can't really see with mine on.
Okay.
They're just for driving, so that was just the look.
I told her, I said, so you should wear your glasses tomorrow on the show.
But then I can't read my cards.
I know, don't worry about it. You just look really good. Okay. Now, this is choosing meat for grilling. Now, let me say this to set the stage. Back in the day, it would be like, oh, let's just go to Cub. And and there's nothing wrong with that. But we are blessed to have a lot of great butcher shops and meat places that would impress your guests?
Very much so. And I got a chance to include some of my up north spots, so I really like that. May is National Beef Month.
Oh.
56 pounds of beef is how much each person eats on average a year.
How much?
56 pounds. Now, I admit that seems a little gross, but
Yeah.
I think I probably eat more than that because my husband loves beef.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, and herbivores, stay tuned. We'll move on in a minute. Doria.
Yeah, and there's ideas too.
Yeah.
You can check out my website. There's all kinds of stuff for vegetarians.
St. Paul Meat Shop. Talk to me about them.
I really like this meat shop. Yeah, they're like a neighborhood butcher, and they butcher the whole animal. So they butcher the animal, and then they make stuff with it.
Okay.
Like they have all of the cuts, but they'll also have like lard, and they'll have deli salads. They'll have chickens that'll just be already stuffed, and you just put them on the grill or in the oven. And they're so nice there. They're just nice.
And that's what you love about the local places.
I do.
You know what I mean? There's a level of customer service that you don't sometimes get at bigger places.
100%.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to cook something, or you have company coming and you don't know how many pounds per person, like they'll just tell you everything you need to know. It's a great meat market.
We passed this yesterday. Kramarczek's.
Okay, Kramarczek's has like over...
That's a perennial, yeah.
It has over 40 varieties of sausage made in the Eastern tradition. Their sausages are delicious. They have a $40 grilling sampler pack where you get 4 smoked andouille sausages, 4 cooked bratwurst, 4 Polish kielbasas, and 4 apple chicken sausages. And you just throw those on the grill and everyone will be happy.
Yeah. Next, Clancy's Meat and Fish.
Yeah, Clancy's is run by a woman, which is a little unusual to have a woman butcher, but she's really great.
I like that.
Kristen Tombers and her staff, again, super knowledgeable. They get all of their meats from family farms in the local area, so Thousand Hills, Hidden Stream, and they're known for, again, something that they'll have lard. So if you're making pies and you want real lard like your grandma used to make your pies with, you can find it at Clancy's.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, it is. And it makes a big difference in pies or biscuits, too.
It does?
Yeah, you should try it, because I know you're very into your biscuits. And
I know.
It makes a
I'm
very...
making...
Chase is a biscuit maker.
I know. When you say it, it sounds a little nasty, but I mean, but no, I'm actually, because I'm making my homemade biscuits all weekend up at the lake house this weekend.
Yeah,
so
he's serious about his biscuits.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think trying lard would be a good idea.
Okay. Next, Lowry Hill Meats.
Okay, another great meat market. This one's in Minneapolis. They have a thing called the Meat Club, which might be perfect for summer. So it's $80 a month. You get 3 pounds of butcher cuts. So it might be beef or lamb. You also get handmade sausages, thick cut bacon. You'll get a chicken. And then you'll get something from their pantry because they make salads and sides there too. Also 40 rotating sausages. Sausages are the big thing at a lot of these meat markets.
Yeah, Lowry's very nice. Hackenmuller's.
I love this one. It's in Robbinsdale. It is the oldest meat market. They've been doing this for more than 120 years out there. And there's, If you go in and you see a guy in kind of a white outfit behind the counter, it's probably Gordy. He's been the butcher there for over 30 years.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
His name's Gordy?
Gordy.
Hi, Gordy.
Gordy Lindenfelser.
Okay, Zups. Where's that?
Okay, this is in Ely, but also in Tower, Minnesota.
God, Aaron Schwab just passed out, for heaven's sake. Yeah.
They have these things. They're called smoked Polish or Polish delights, and they are smoked for 7 hours. They started smoking these in the 1914. They're Slovenian sausages. And they're these like great sausagey hot dogs that get really charred on the outside when you grill them. And then you bite into them and it's just like this delicious, unctuous, I don't even like hot dogs and I love these things. They're life-changing. Did I have too much face for the sausage?
To me.
I get very excited about these sausages. The Zupanich family has been making them for years.
Let's wrap this up with Thielen Meats.
Moving on, Thielen Meats. If you watch the Food Network, our friend Amy Thielen has her show, The Midwestern Table, and this is her family's meat market. Again, they've been doing it for over 100 years. They're really known for their pepper jack sausages, their wild rice sausages. They have super thick, delicious cut like porterhouse and sirloin steaks. It's right past St. Cloud, about 2 hours north. So if you're heading up north, make sure you stop at Thielen Meats. They're also known for their in-house bacon that they make. That's fantastic.
Perfect. Don't forget, it's my guilty pleasure on Saturdays. Catch Stephanie on her fabulous cooking show. It's called The Weekly Dish with Stephanie March and Stephanie Hansen on My Talk 1071, Saturdays at 9. Or head to her website, stephaniesdish.com. Stephanie Hansen, everybody, still ahead. Kendall and I head to a local winery where my wine tasting palate is put to the test and a practical joke is played on me. You'll see when we come back. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Well, tomorrow is National Wine Day. Who knew that? That's right, yeah. And instead of pouring a glass of your old favorite, how about enjoying a wine that's actually made right here in Minnesota? Kendall and I took a trip earlier this week to the Parley Lake Winery in Waconia to learn more about the success of Minnesota wines. What's the challenge and what's the best thing about owning a winery in Minnesota?
The 30 below that we get.
Yeah.
Because that's why we have these great grapes from the University of Minnesota. They crossed local grapes that survive the winter but make crappy wine with Pinot Noir and other great grapes and come up with these great hybrids. So weather at 30 below, even these great hybrids are challenged a little bit. That's the weather related thing. I think the business related side is just like you said, the perception that Minnesota wine is sweet rhubarb, not sophisticated, it can't be a quality wine, and I think you just tasted those. Those are really nice grapes, great food wine, and that's what we're trying to change is perception, I think, is our biggest issue.
Have you seen a turn on quality with the grapes?
Absolutely. The biggest evidence is we used to enter regional competitions for our wines, New York and other things. Now we're entering San Francisco Chronicle competition, biggest competition for American wines in the world. And I think there's been 9 gold medals. We've won 5 of them in the last 3 years at that competition. This is not local wine competitions at the state fair. This is the biggest competition in the world for American wine.
Another cheers to that.
I'm out, so
Well, I'll go like that then.
So we're gonna try our best sommelier words.
Okay.
We're gonna remember what we were told by Steve about everything, and then you are going to quiz me on what the wines taste like and describing them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it too.
So it's a sommelier quiz. Are you gonna go first?
Duh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you really can't see.
You can't see. Well, it's a blindfold.
You're gonna have to hand them to me.
Okay, go ahead and pour, Steve. So what are you smelling there?
Let's see. Well, I just need to taste
Use your
it.
words.
I feel like there's notes of pear and apple in there. It's like citrus.
Okay. Well, pear and apple aren't citrus, but okay.
They're not.
Just to clarify, is it citrus or pear and apple? It's 2 different things.
I feel like pear and apple.
Steve, how did she do?
Well, I think she did excellent. There are notes of pear and apple, maybe, a little hint of citrus as well, but not maybe the dominant note.
Okay.
Well balanced. I think she got,
I feel like I did pretty well.
Kendall did a great job at her quiz, so how well will I do? So I'm going to put on my blindfold. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'm showing which wine we're going to
Yes, this is the wine that we're going to do. Oh, this one looks good. Okay, Jace, are you ready?
Yes. I'm going to swirl it.
Good swirl.
There we go.
How's that aroma?
Ooh. There is there is citrus in this. There are strong notes. I'm going so far, I'm smelling freaking tangerine. I do.
They don't make tangerine.
I am just saying, yeah.
Okay.
They don't. But it's a little tart. It is crisp, it's fresh, but there are strong, I think citrus is the dominant flavor in this wine. That is Shasta, you.
Okay, sorry, wrong brand, but very good.
Oh my gosh, Steve held it together way better than I did. I couldn't even talk.
This will be the last piece I ever do with Kendall. Bye-bye, everybody. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I was so, and I'm not kidding when I say this, they got me hook, line, and sinker. That was not faked for TV. I was in it to win it. I'm like, wow, this is really, I thought it was like a Moscato. I was like, something sweet.
And you, at one point, you go, is this for real? And I was like, yeah, no, it's one of their wines.
It's one of their wines they sell. And then they edit it out. I whipped up, I'm like, it's Shasta, you blank. Yeah. Anyway. Harley Lake Winery opens for the season tomorrow. Thanks for having us. They were such good sports dealing with our tomfoolery. That's right. Still ahead, everybody. It's a big weekend at Canterbury. It's all about Bulldogs when we come back. This is going to be fun. There's one day at Canterbury Park. There's one day that always draws a huge crowd, and it has actually nothing to do with horses. Here to talk about that sound you hear isn't me. Here to talk about the running of the Bulldogs. Please welcome Betsy, everybody. Hi, Betsy. How are you? Okay, oh, you're mic'd. I don't need to. Okay, so look, I think most people can look at the video and figure out what it is. But how does it work exactly, though?
So on Sunday, we have 72 Bulldogs running. We have 6 different heats, and then the top 2 from each heat will move on to our Bark in the Park Championships on Labor Day.
Wait, it's called Bark in the Park?
Yes.
I love that. Now, like horses, look at the video, everybody! Betsy, that is hysterical.
It is.
Okay, the dogs are looking at the dogs on the TV. Is there betting on this, Betsy?
No, it's all for fun.
Okay.
We do encourage side bets, but it's all fun.
Someone had a little too much breakfast this morning. Okay, well, let's meet some of these. What's better than the video? The live dogs. Let's start. Say hi to Jordan, everybody, and Hambone. Hi, Jordan. Betsy, here, let me trade places with you. I don't want to walk in front of you and be rude. Tell me a little bit about Hambone.
He's 10 pounds and 57 pounds, and this is his first time racing this year.
Okay.
So
now, Jordan, how do you think Hambone's gonna do?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping it goes in a straight line. I think that's kind of what I'm hoping.
I was just gonna say, I think probably success would be not a zigzag, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh, how old is Hambone?
He's 10 months old, if you can believe it.
Seriously? Hambone is only 10 months old?
Hi, Hambone! Hi, BB! Hi, BB!
Oh my goodness! I just want to eat you.
I just want to eat you! I just want to eat you, Hambone! You're so cute! Oh, you're so cute! Look at your belly! Look at your belly!
Okay. Next. Say hi to Tiffany and Jason with Fernando, Lucy with Mandy and Jason. Okay, so let me come over here. Let me move over here. No, you guys stay right there. Okay, tell me a little bit about Lucy.
This is her 3rd year racing at Canterbury.
Okay.
She is 5 years old and about 60 pounds.
Okay.
I think we're about almost close to 10 pounds heavier than last year, so.
Now let me ask, is that a detriment to the racing, or we're not sure yet?
Well, we usually get her down the track with a cheeseburger, which she loves, so.
Are you serious?
Yep.
You really do use a cheeseburger to get her to the other side?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness. How did she do? Now, is there? Look, that's the cutest close-up we've had all hour. Look at that shot. Oh, now, Mandy, how did she do last? Nobody's paying attention to us talking. Let's be clear. How did she do last year?
She made it to the finals, which was awesome. But in the finals, she got 11th out of 12th.
Oh.
So not so good.
No cheeseburger in that one, and that.
No, we'll have to go with the double.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you, Lucy. Let's move over here. Finally. Hi, Tiffany. You're Colleen.
Yes,
That's right.
yes,
And this
hello.
is Fernando.
Yes.
You know what's funny about this is Fernando is my nickname for our editor, Rob King. Tell me about Fernando.
So Fernando is a little over 2 years old. He's a little over 70 pounds, and this is his second year that he'll be racing. Last year, he finished, I think, third in his heat. So we're hoping for just a little bit better, and we'll get him to the finals this year.
Wow. Now we know with Lucy, hamburgers worked. Is there a trick with Fernando with the?
Well, if you can figure it out, let me know. We don't practice too much, but we've tried toys, we've tried treats, and he's like typical stubborn bulldog. On any given day, you just don't know.
I was just gonna say, is there, for athletes, they train, and is there any training? I can't believe I'm asking this. Is there any training involved?
I think if you'd ask some of the winners from previous years, there is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all in good fun. So I think everybody's gonna have a different approach.
Yeah.
And so, may the best bulldog win.
I was just gonna say, Jason, is there any training in your household with the dog?
We've had one training session so far this year.
Okay, how about Hambone? Any training?
He's got 2 kids, so my kids are 6 and 4, and he's able to go faster than they are. So they're kind of his racing partners.
Look, Hambone is killing me. I'm loving it. Give it up for our guests, everybody, and all the dogs. The running, Betsy, thank you. The running of the Bulldogs is Sunday at Canterbury Park and kicks off another season of canine races, including Basset Hounds, Wiener Dogs, and Now, wait a minute, Betsy. We got to go. Where's the French Bulldog races? We got it, Betsy. We got it. A Frenchie race would be, I'll do a segment on our show every day for it. Yeah. It's culminating with the Bark in the Park Championship in September. For more information, the address is at the bottom of your screen. Head to canterburypark.com. We'll be back to wrap up the show right after this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Jason, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Gotta fix my glasses. Wow, as I poke myself in the eye. Kendall's back. How cute were those dogs?
So
Sincerely.
cute.
They were, and Hambone, that dog.
He's a ham bone.
He is a ham bone. And only, what did he say, 10 months old?
Yeah, he's gonna be a big boy.
I'm telling you, they need to, I'm not kidding, I can't believe that they need to do a Frenchie race. Because Frenchies, they are so energetic, and it would be such a funny visual. So Canterbury, if you're watching, I'm telling you, Mr. Big would do it. I don't know how well he would do, but he would do it.
He'd come.
Yeah, and you have, tell the folks what kind of dog you have.
Well, I have 2 dogs. They're both mutts. And I was like, can I get Harvey in the wiener dog race? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. I'm like, well, she's half pit bull. So she looked like she was juicing the whole time.
Yeah.
She'd be like, woo.
So she is.
She's a beefcake.
She is I still can never get over this.
Yeah.
She is a wiener dog. Pit bull mixed.
Yep. From Texas. Hi, girl. She's 45 pounds and like this tall and like this long.
I'm just, and the audience is with me. We are just thinking of the mechanics of this.
You don't have to guess.
I'm just saying.
I know.
My goodness.
Mhm,
And what's your other dog?
Stella, we think is like a Sheltie Border Collie mix.
Oh,
'Cause she's
cute.
like 25 pounds and kind of just looks like a black little puppy.
Cute.
She's cute.
Hey guys, we have a fun announcement to make, and that is the last week of June, which will be June 24th, right, Jeff? June 24th through June 28th. The Jason Show is going to be moving over to TCO, the home of the Vikings, Twin Cities Orthopedic Center, for a special week of shows. Can you imagine me with the Vikings?
It's gonna be so great.
God. We're gonna be moving into their studio for a special week of shows. They don't know what they are in for with me. And we want all of you to join us because we are going to have a studio audience for that week. Tickets will be available. Keep an eye on our Facebook page. We will pin, which means it'll stay at the top. We're going to put the notification up there. Get tickets. We can hold about 50 to 60. We have some special surprises, prizes, and more. It's going to be a fun week. We can't wait to see you June 24th through the 28th. But if you want tickets for next week, don't forget, we also have tickets available for next week as well. Tuesday through Friday, we have live shows. If you want tickets for next week, come see us. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page, click the ticket tab. You're in by 9:30, you're out by 11:15. Coming up next week on the show, a local love expert is here with tips on finding love in the summer. Plus, we can't wait. The Rembrandts will be performing live in our studio. Of course, the theme from Friends, of course. That's going to do it. I want all of you to go out there and have a great Memorial Day weekend. Remember the reason for the season, and we'll see you on Monday. Go out there and be yourself, everybody. Tuesday, I mean.